Shit.
on.
Shit. All right. So me and G were talking yesterday, and he was saying he used to do like poetry before hip hop. Like, did 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 you
No, I hate poetry.
no, did you have anything like that like it was like hip hop was waiting for you, but you didn't kind of like have it yet? So was there like anything else you were doing?
Yeah, listening to Christian rap was my poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we
Like
had a party. My brother had a party, and a bunch of people like from our school came, and my mom's like, "Oh, we need music," and so she went to the Christian bookstore, bought 5 rap Christian albums, and just played them in the background. And no one asked her anything. No one said anything. Like, and I was just like, "This is cool. We're listening to rap."
That's hilarious.
Oh, let me change the game real quick.
did you make any Christian rap yourself?
Hell no.
No. Hell nah.
Nah, there was one guy I liked, T-Bone, right? His name was T-Bone.
Yeah.
He was like a Christian rapper from Cali. Well, I went to a church camp and he was there. And
T-Bone.
the reason I stopped liking him is because he goes, there was somebody leaving early, right, from the service thing. He goes, "Hey, where are you going? I ain't afraid of you." And like he was on stage, like saying, like, "And Jesus, when he saved me from my wretched sins, hey, where y'all going? I ain't done yet. I ain't afraid of y'all." And I was like, "Oh, no one was. Why are you throwing up?" And he's like throwing up Christian gang signs.
He was one of the kids. He was one of the kids at your church, or he was like
No, he was like a legit. He's a legit.
he was like a hired gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right.
But other than that, nah, I had the Tupac.
Like there was nothing that you did though, like creatively. Like hip hop was your first.
I mean, I wanted to be a Backstreet Boy, real bad.
Same.
In fact, one of the only reasons I ever wanted a time machine was so I could go back in time before they put out Millennium, and I was gonna write all those songs and then be like, "Let me be the 6th Backstreet Boy."
And is that how you started Magic?
Nah, that's how I started hip hop.
Okay. All right. So you started doing hip hop before you started doing Magic?
No, I was 3 or 4 doing Magic.
Pulling nickels out of people's ears and shit, or what?
I was pulling people's noses off and then making it disappear.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there? Can character take 3 steps forward? I feel like he's social distancing. You're so far.
Is this better?
Your apartment looks like Casey Neistat's apartment.
Yeah,
It looks
that's
like my
on
old
purpose.
apartment, right?
It actually does.
Like the one on the square.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I got it. I just wanted to be like you.
Shit.
Hey,
What's up?
G, can you
Yes.
go up those stairs real quick?
Yeah, I guess.
We just want to see. We just want to see what you look like walking up that spiral staircase.
Okay.
No one else is gonna see. It's just for me and Ritchie.
Yell so that the screen goes to you too.
He never comes back.
He just stays up there. So what happens when I talk? It goes to me
Yeah.
sometimes or all the time.
It's like on an auto thing on my other computer that's recording it.
Nice.
So let's see. What was your how'd you get started? You got started with Scott. That was your first entrance into hip hop.
No, actually, it's funny. My mom was a personal trainer at this gym, and there was a guy there that went to the gym that also went to some church, and he invited my mom and all of our family to go to some concert he was having. And so we went. It was at a church, and it was a Christian rapper again. And so he ended up becoming my friend later because he lived in Weatherford. But he had a white guy that was with him, right? And this is like when Eminem first started. And
Scott?
everybody swore that fool was Eminem, even though he didn't look like him. He didn't sound like him. You know, he was just like a white guy. And everyone was like, "Bro, it's like Eminem." And I was like, "Yeah, man."
Marcus Mathers.
Yeah. His name was, I don't remember his name, but he was rapping like this. So it's like completely nothing like.
So with these two stories, why do you rap again?
Basically, to
these are terrible experiences.
I'm just trying to fucking praise the Lord.
I feel that. How did you how did you end? So you were in a group Exegesis. How did that start?
Well, before I was in that, I was in Crosses and Crowns. No, I'm just kidding. That's a good name though. Yeah, so I was in high school and I told my mom, I go, hey, I'm about to write a rap. Actually, what happened was I had a James Bond game that when you hit start, it just plays this dope ass beat. Dun 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 dun. So I just liked the beat. And one time my cousins came over and we were making a bunch of like stupid videos like Jackass and SNL type shit. And one of them, they were like, hey, why don't you tell us some jokes? And I was like, how about I just rap? And I put that beat on and I just fucking murked.
Just killed it.
No, it was really shitty. But they went home with that tape and they just like memorized the words and all this shit. And then I was gonna go hang out with them in the summer. So I was like, ooh, before I go, I'm gonna write some more little funny raps. But they turned out to be like Tupac. Like I was talking about like riding on people.
That's how writing rhymes is like that sometimes. Like,
yeah. I freaked out all this funny, dumb shit. And then when I'm writing, I'm like, my enemies got me some all this shit.
You're like, damn, I didn't know I felt that way.
Yeah. I said, they almost shot me, but before I see my casket, I went to Long John Silver's to get a shrimp basket.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, so then when I went back and met them in the summer, I just wrote a bunch of raps and they had a tape player.
You're like, I want to do that more, but not suck as much next time. Yeah.
Well, so they had a tape player in their attic, but I was under the impression for some reason that they had like a recording studio up there. Just a tape player.
Right.
So I was like, hey, I kept saying like, hey, when we go over there, like we can use y'all studio and stuff. And they just thought I was just like being stupid. So they're like, yeah. So I was super hyped. I'm like, hey, where's the studio? And they're like, we don't have a studio.
The word studio used to be tight as fuck.
Fuck yeah. Just chilling at the studio. Now it's just like somebody's the fucking the back of their house.
Right.
It's fucking St. John's Wharf now.
Like, so did you ever have the people that would be like, yo, so and so has a studio, my friend's uncle has a studio, and in your head you like wanted to go over there, but like if you actually did go over there, what would you have done? Like,
well, there were times when I was like 15 and that guy, that Christian rapper, became my friend. I actually produced a whole album for him for like $1,000 when I was like in 10th grade.
I think I remember that.
So I produced this album for this guy, and then he starts like putting me on like shows and shit. What was your question?
What was my question, character?
You asked him about exegesis.
Oh,
yeah. Just like how you got into how that.
Yeah. So you're like guy, I was the studio.
Recording happened.
I was these people's studio, bro, and it was hilarious because what my studio was a computer mic that I had hooked up to like a longer extension, just plugged into my fucking computer, like just your fucking thing, and I had a microphone, a windscreen on top of that little cheap microphone, and that windscreen was just stuffed inside of a fucking mic holder in a stand. It was like the worst shit ever. People were like, yo, Ritchie got the studio at his crib, bro. People were coming over like,
I used to do the shit where I would hang the mic from the ceiling fan and tie a knot for it. Yeah.
We used to do that shit. But then I mean, I had a 4-track. I had all that shit. But yeah, then me and Scott, my brother, was starting he was that guy that was the Christian rapper. His little brother rapped with my brother. And then Scott was all in their grade. And I was just like the kid. And my brother was like, hey, you wrote that shrimp basket thing. You want to like rap that on one of our songs?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah."
Hell
And then it
yeah.
just became me, since I knew how to make beats and shit.
And
I
Scott
was
was
just
like
like,
the only good one.
yeah, me and Scott.
Yeah,
I
that's
still remember everybody's raps. Like, "Yo, this is Danny. All you others just adjusting your panties." And
so
then
from that like that era. Fast forward, how much longer till you were like touring Europe and like well that should have
probably
happened like pretty quick, right? If you look back on it, like
I was in 10th grade, and
at the
that was
time
in 8th grade.
at the time it doesn't seem like it happened very fast, but
Yeah.
if it's like
At the
under 2
time, I
years,
remember
yeah.
sitting in my principal's office and him being like, "So what? You want to go where?" And I'm like, to Europe." And he's like, "For what?" And
To
I'm like,
fuck
"For
bitches and
for
do rap
music."
shows and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, "For music." And he's like, "Are you gonna get all your work done?" And I go, "Yeah, what do I have to do?" And he's like, "Just write a letter to all your teachers. Tell them I said it's okay if they send you with all your work. How long are you going to be gone?" I was like, "It's going to be like 2 weeks." He's like, "2 weeks? All right. You have to have 2 weeks worth of work." I didn't do one of those motherfucking things.
So was that tour, was it set up officially or was it just like independent hip hop shit as we know it? Like
It was the first time he just our homie who lived out there just had like a bunch of homies because he was doing music shit. So he had us on some like really big shows the first time. The second time, there was an energy company called like Monster or something like that.
called
And they had like
Exegesis.
no, it was called X Factor or some shit like that. It was some energy drink. And they sponsored us to go out there
It
and
was
fucking
they were local or they were
they were from the Czech Republic, and the night that we actually did the show, that night they invited, or the night before they invited us to their other show, which was headlining was Outcast and all this shit. Like, it was crazy. And then we did our show, and it was like 2,000 people at this place, and we were the only people to perform, me and Scott. We thought it was going to be like,
A bunch
we
of
thought it
people.
was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to be part of this show," you know?
like our Warped Tour shit we used to do.
Yeah, we thought it
It's
was
like
that. And then they're like, "Hey, it's New Year's Eve. It's me and Scott on stage ringing in the new year for like 2,000 people we've never met or seen or had no idea. We're in like the VIP. The guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, I don't know if you need a pussy or you need some weed or something to drink. Just let me know, man, because it's all around here." I'll have some water.
That's pretty.
And then he goes, "Hey," he goes, "Hey, take this guy through the back and show him a good time about me to this girl." And I was like, I'm like 17 or 18. I'm like, what the hell is about to happen?
you're about to
I
go
was
play.
not cool. I
About
was
to go
not
play
that cool in
play
America.
some pool or some shit.
Yeah, I was not that cool in America. So we're walking to the back to this thing, right? Where you have to like beep, 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 push a thing to get in this door. And she's like looking at me, like smiling. And then she goes, "Dee, dee, pff." The door just opens and hits her in the face, bro. And she starts bleeding profusely.
Oh God, that's sounds
They
terrible.
tell everyone that you did it or what?
No, they knew, like somebody on the other side just like pushed the door open who didn't need the button. And my homie's like, "Bro, what happened back
And
there?"
then
I'm like,
and then that guy sucked your dick.
no, he goes, "Let me get you another girl."
That
Like,
shit's
no,
funny.
thank you. I just want this weed.
So I got a question about that show. How did the audience like receive you at that show?
Honestly, incredibly. Like, hold on, I'm trying to show you.
It's weird for me because I have memories of my early shows of like absolutely just murdering the show and like it being crazy.
Mhm.
But I feel like I'm like way better now.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a weird thing to think about.
If
like,
you could do what you're
like
doing now back then,
was I indeed killing it, or is that just me like being high and 18 and there's a bunch of drunk people? Like,
yeah. It sucks because I had Scott took a picture of me with the girl like going, and then I had a picture of her after her nose was like all fucked up.
It's a
It was
flip.
crazy.
It's like a flip book.
It was really,
Oh,
really, really
God.
fucking funny.
So-
I remember being like laughing till I could, but this place was crazy. Like we didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? We're just like, oh, cool. He's like, you're gonna do the New Year's show. You're gonna be with something Jumpa, which was the guy's name, Jumpa, and everybody he'd go Jumpa, and everyone would go Jumpa. Like what the hell? That's tight. But
So-
here, look, this I don't know if you can see, but this is the crowd.
yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
That's tight. That's Scott.
No, that's just like some camera guy. It was like, and I remember we were like, okay, well then, yeah, let's just do this or whatever. Can we just do this? And then it never pans out like, oh, you're just gonna do this all the time.
Did y'all's family know about like what y'all were up to before that, or were you just kind of like, hey, I've been doing this. Also, I'm going to Europe. I think like.
Yeah, my mom cried because they had like before I left. But the first time I left, I wasn't supposed to because my stepdad was an asshole, and he was like, "He ain't going. He ain't doing no good in no school."
Right.
Can't say that. But anyways, so yeah, so then I went. My mom was like, "You're going. Trust me." I was like, "I know. Trust me."
Fuck Ted. Was his name Ted?
No, his name was fucking Terry. You got the first two letters right.
Ooh. Yeah, my parents how they told me that they knew what I was doing was showed up at like a sold out show.
Oh God.
That's funny.
There was like early Fab Deuce days we were headlining and shit, and I was like, I don't know, I wasn't ready for them to know that part of my life.
No,
But
I feel like I have a friend who's
by the end of it, they were like, "You're great!" Like they loved it.
yeah.
I was so
I have
nervous.
a friend who his mom is a doctor, his dad's a doctor, and he was actually going to medical school, but he'd been rapping. He'd been rhyming since high school. He'd been rapping since high school, and we would make fun of him for like. I'm like, you're not gonna tell your parents that you make music. He's like, no, hey, don't. His mom would like, because he was friends with my cousin's aunt or my cousin's parents, and he'd go, hey, when she comes over here, y'all don't say anything about the studio or anything. I'm like, what? What?
Well, it just leads to you getting in trouble for like drinking and doing drugs. That was always my worry when I was younger. Like
I was drinking and doing drugs before I picked up the mic.
right. But it was just like having that conversation with your parents. Like,
I mean, I remember I didn't cuss for a while, and then
that
all
day-
my family, family, if you're listening to this, y'all are why I started cussing, because my grandma was like, I like your music. And I'm like, you do? And she's like, yeah, you know why? And I go, why? And she goes, because you don't cuss. That's not why I don't want you to like my music. So you're going to have to like the next shit too. And guess what? I'm going to call it Dick. And honestly, that cat's about to eat that staircase.
Yeah,
My cousin told me that that they were having Thanksgiving, and my grandma was like, I wasn't there, but she was like, do y'all know why Ritchie called his CD Dick? And everyone's just like, and she's like, why Dick? Does he know what a dick is?
I'm willing to bet Richie knows what a dick is.
I know, Grandma.
So how was it transitioning from being in the group to being solo?
Shoot, like from being in the super group to just me now being solo dolo.
Super solo.
I mean, I don't know. It sucked. It sucked because like you remember me on a stage. He was like the and I was like the and it was like it matched to some
a lot
degree.
of it was like the writing and stuff too. Like I know he was real good at like ideas and shit, you know.
Yeah. Well,
like
it went from like us sitting there and talking for 5 hours about what the song should be about before we even write, to me just being like scribbly scribble.
Right. So it's like yeah, sometimes people like that make you write stuff that you wouldn't normally write. So it's
Mhm.
like,
I mean,
just
honestly though, there's some of the songs that maybe we thought a little bit too hard, like Whale Hunter and
right.
stuff. That's
Yeah,
like
that was a good one.
it. I mean, if people heard that song, they'd be like, "This is y'all are assholes," blah blah blah, all this stuff. But if they also knew the process to writing that, it wasn't just like let's be assholes. It was like, how
Let's
could we
let's learn
embarrass
about
them?
whales. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it was like, hey, what is this song about? That's like we're at the club. Like, what? How can we make this a club song? That's like what? And it was like, we made a provocative song that I would never perform today.
right. I just thought it was interesting. Like you started going solo, you like completely switched your look. It was like, what was the process behind that?
My look actually changed because of a small little Mexican boy that worked with me at Panda Express,
Yeah,
where I would get my hair cut like everybody else every like week, and I was, you know,
you were
I
fly,
thought I
bro.
was cool, And there's one thing that people need to know: the first day you get your hair cut, stay inside because you look like a cornball.
Not if you wear a hat.
No, the hat's cool, but the first day when people are like, their confidence is like, duh, you don't have confidence, you have a haircut. Like,
Right.
stay inside. Day 2, have all the confidence you want, but day 1, we know what you've been up to.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you never get your hair cut the day of the event.
no,
You gotta
no,
let it
no, no,
ride.
no.
You gotta let it ride.
That's a bad move. That's like you still have hair in your neck when that shit
Especially me, man. Like I look like the police when I get a fresh cut.
happens. You always look like fucking Sting. But um I literally made that joke up for
Sting or
character.
Stained?
Thank you. I appreciate that joke.
Sting.
The wrestler?
No,
Yeah.
the singer from the Police.
Oh shit! I'll have to look him up.
You
So
probably should.
but so this kid in my school that worked with me, he got his hair cut every other day, right? And he was in high school. So why wouldn't, if you have money and you don't know what to buy, why wouldn't you spend it on getting a haircut every day, right? So one day I'm like, so how much do you get a
I got a
deal?
few reasons why
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Right?
I didn't think
I'm
of
like, so is it like you get a good deal? He's like, no, it's just $30. I'm like, $30 every other day? What is this, weed? Can you smoke the hair? I don't think so. So I said, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm ever gonna cut my hair again. And he's like, whatever, fatso. That's what he called me. And now I completely forgot his name, and now I look like this. And it's beautiful. Look at me.
You look great.
No, really look at me. Take a look at me.
I see you.
Did it work?
It did.
That did work.
Let's see. What are some of the weirdest jobs you've worked?
Panda Express. There was a time where Pudge came to when I worked at Panda Express, and I came and said, "Would you like anything off this bamboo tray?" Every job I've ever had was fucking. I worked at Smoothie King. That was one of my first jobs, and I was like that. When I think back, I realize how big of an asshole I've been. Because when I worked at Smoothie King, there'd be this guy that came in, and people would be like, "Can I get my? I'll just take my usual," and I just go, "Which is?" Because I'm not gonna remember your usual. That's not what I do.
And that's not a place where they're like tipping you. You're not like
No.
taking notes like that because they ain't tipping. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So this guy would always come. He would come into the gym, and he'd come out of the gym all fucking buff, and he'd be like, "My usual," and I'd go, "What is it? What is it?" And he'd go, "The chocolate Hulk with skim milk," and I'd be like, "Okay." I would put not only whole milk.
jokes
would
on
put-
that guy because Ritchie did know what it was.
Yeah, I used like 10 scoops of fiber every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
He
God.
would have to. I don't know if he pooped more or less or what, but I poisoned him.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you're funny. Like, did you ever work at a place where they're like everyone's being serious that day because like corporate's coming?
Yeah.
And you're like,
At Panda Express.
like,
At
bitch,
Panda
fuck.
Express, it's owned by a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
And they said the first time he came, it was my first time to meet a billionaire, so I'm not going to act normal. So everyone's like, "Oh, hello, sir. It's really, really a pleasure to meet you. I really love like you work." He owns Panda Express. You know what I mean? He doesn't own Chili's or something nice. It's fucking Panda goddamn Express. So I walk up to him and I go, "It's the $1 billion man," and he was like, and I go, "Hey, man, I just want you to know, man. Like, I hope you're doing good things with your billions, or just something dumb that was not sucking his dick like everybody else." So the next time he came, my boss comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, Ritchie, here's a list of things that we need from Walmart. Can you go to Walmart and get this long list of things and then call me when you're done?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I'm at the fucking thing, and they send a girl with me to watch me.
Did you go
at
smoke?
Walmart.
Oh, you didn't smoke, like stop and smoke weed.
No, they sent a girl to like watch me and like report on me while I'm there to make sure I don't come back. And
Right.
so I go, "Why?" I called when I was done. They're like, "Hey, we need this, this, and this." I'm like, "No, I'm done. I've been at the store for an hour. Hell no, I'm ready to come back." So they were like, "No," and I go, "Why don't they want me back in there?" And she goes, "Because whatever the guy's name is there, Alan is there, or whatever his fucking name is." And I go, "The $1 billion man?" And she's like, "Yeah." I go, I have to go back. So I fucking went back. And as soon as I just opened the door and go, "The $1 billion man!" And my boss sent me home that day.
One time I helped Ritchie. He got fired from that place, and I sent him in with my audio recorder, and we were trying to like catch his boss slipping so he could get some unemployment.
Oh god.
We like try to like sneakily record it and shit.
How did that go?
I think I ended up like looking like a huge like wuss about it. I think I was like, "Yeah, I know what I did. It is my fault, and I do quit. And here's my letter of recognition."
Of recognition. Not
Resignation.
Here's my letter of recognition. Thanks for firing me.
But no, they fired me because she wanted me to re-mop after a third time. And I'm not like a little kid. I'm not like you don't tell me to mop even twice. You know what I mean? I didn't even mop that second time. So if it still looked dirty, it's because I only mopped it once. Because I only mop once. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I feel you, bro.
I'm a goblin.
I'm going to a goblin. All right. So you do a lot of stuff, magic and music and stuff. What's your ideal like job? Like you're doing all this work. Like what's the your ideal like? All right, I found what I'm supposed to do.
I think I'm trying to be a scientist, and these are just a bunch of experiments.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Because with me, it's like I want to get bigger with hip hop, but I don't necessarily want to tour. So it's like what I'm not against.
I want to tour, but I also
you don't want to do magic shows like every day of the week. Like
no.
What's your like ideal
stuff.
like what?
I want to do TV stuff. I want people to be like, "Damn, I saw you on TV again."
Yeah. Like Dancing with the Stars type shit.
Anything. Eventually, I want to have a show where I just like dress up as every character, kind of like if Nutty Professor was live.
Right.
Could you imagine Nutty Professor live?
No, I couldn't. It'd be impossible to imagine.
It's like 12 hours because they just have to do makeup on.
It's in between every scene. Just
have y'all seen that got me feeling like Will Smith?
Y'all seen Tiger King?
The Joyner Lucas song about Will Smith.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a good one.
Nah,
yeah. I saw it.
Got me feeling like Will or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to do it like an Eddie Murphy one, but it's like me as the Clumps and like all the Eddie Murphy movies.
That's actually really funny. I like that idea. That's a good idea.
I'm feeling like Eddie.
Hercules.
Oh man, I guess I'd have to pick a Mexican guy.
So you want to be on TV? That's your.
I mean, I don't really know. I just want to entertain people. Like I've even thought about doing like a dinosaur zoo circus.
Right.
I got a question.
Like We're Back, but not real dinosaurs.
So like Universal Studios, right?
No, bro. I know you have been watching those rides. That's like you don't understand. That is like 30% of my day is looking up rides. 30% of my day is looking up different whale and like killer whale videos, oceanic and SeaWorld, and like that kind of shit. I love watching like otters get eaten and shit. But I started watching all the stunt shows from all the places that I've never gotten to go.
Okay.
And I rode every ride. There's not a ride I haven't ridden, bro. If you need some recommendations, bro, there's an old Jaws. There's like, you can get like the Jaws or whatever, but there's an old Jaws that is crazy.
All right. I'll report back to you on that one then.
9 out of like 100 people who ride it actually get malaria. So
is that the fact of that Jaws ride?
But side note for all my dinosaur people out there who are interested in my Dino Circus zoo, there is a company out of Japan that has the most realistic. Type this in, Dino Live Japan in YouTube, and look at those fucking dinosaurs. It is literally, it's legit. There's nothing like holding them, walking them like the dumbass dinosaur fucking live bullshit that's in America where they have like it's a fucking car pulling a fucking head that just goes. Wah. This is a fucking just look it up. I'm passionate about Dino Circus Zoo.
So how was the Erykah Badu thing?
Fucking insanity.
Yeah. People were messaging me saying she didn't like you, but I'm like, I bet
that was her. That was how she was. That's her shtick about the whole band.
Well, I was like, knowing Ritchie, he's probably like, when he got there, he's like, "Hey, be real mean to me."
No, y'all couldn't,
or like something like that,
You couldn't hear the outside. You couldn't hear me and her talking on this, like behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. She would say, "Shut the fuck up, Ritchie," and da 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 da. And I would be saying shit back to her and shit, pretty much the same shit, which everyone was like, "Bro, you're going in on Erykah Badu." I wasn't going in. I was just saying like funny shit, like "Okay, auntie," and shit. You're like that.
Erykah Badu.
Yeah, no. I was just. It was just part of like the whole shtick of the show. What the shtick of the show was is it was just like we were her neighbors, which you couldn't hear our earpieces, so you don't know what was actually going on.
I was in a group chat and there was like 6 of us that had your back. Like we were
ready to roll.
Yeah, we were ready, bro.
That shit was fun though. Basically, I really can't talk much about it, but it was dope.
How did that come about? One
of my homies just hit me up. I don't know. Out of nowhere. No, one of my homies hit me up and he's like, "Hey, bro, would you be down to do some magic for Erykah Badu's live stream?" And honestly,
he said, "Nah, man, dude, Corona."
I didn't know. I was like, "Yeah, that's cool," but then they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna be in a room by yourself, and there's just gonna be a camera and a cameraman." And I was like, "So I can't do the magic to anybody?" He's like, "No, can you just do it to the camera?" And I'm like,
"Can we take his temperature and I'll think about it?"
I could do it to the camera, but like I don't really have my stuff, but let me see what I can make happen. And then I looked into my shit and I was like, "Ooh,
hell yeah, yeah." So you were in the blog OK Player, which was it was like a blog started by the Roots back in the day. I don't think they run it anymore, but it said that there was one moment where you had the comment section going wild.
Yeah,
you know what that was about, or
I don't know what it was about. I the only thing, because I couldn't watch with the comments like live or afterwards. It shows the comments all at a certain time. But someone told me they thought it was whenever I said something about the Tiger King.
Right.
I had like a tiger and I was like, y'all know, because like Tiger King. and then everyone was talking about Tiger King.
Everyone loves it. Speaking of Tiger King, do you ever plan on getting any more rabbits? That's I had actually wrote that.
I actually thought, here's the thing. The other day I watched a feeding video. I was just watching pythons get eaten on YouTube. Not pythons get eaten, but pythons eating. Yeah. Some of them were eating little mice, some of them this. And this guy goes, you know what? I'm going to feed this guy a big dog. And I'm like, damn, he's about to feed him a dog? I don't want to watch this. And right when I almost clicked out, it turned out to be a bunny. And as horrific as it was, I had to watch for science. And yeah, that's how they die.
Relatable.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's how my bunny died, except for there was no snake. He just died.
Okay. So if anyone knows you, we all know you're one of the funniest people we've met. Is there an inspiration? Like, is there someone in your family or something that kind of like taught you, like, not taught you, but rubbed off on you? Like, did anyone ever rub off on you?
Yes.
No, like what was there a certain moment that you're like, I'm gonna be fucking funny? Was it a decision, or is it just
it just got the reaction? I'm less trying to be funny and more just trying to get a reaction. But I realized along the line that you could easily be like, hey, you're a tweed, and offend someone. But if I want to say something funny, like, I can't do it right now, but it's easier to just call someone a tweed. But, you know, I don't know. My dad's hilarious. My grandpa is actually hilarious. Honestly, all my jokes are just from my grandpa. My grandpa would call Donald Duck Donald Trump, and he would like have alternate people that just like, it was close, but it wasn't that. And a lot of my humor is that, where I act like I mishear people. I act like I'm like, you know, to be like, hey man, did you get that guitar we sent you in the mail? I'm like, the guitar you sent me in the mail? They're like, no. Did you go to the bar with Ethan Wells? Shout out Ethan.
Shout out Ethan. All right. I asked G this yesterday, but it was he gave me not what I was looking for. What's the worst show you've ever done?
Well, introspectively, I like to look at the shows that they let's look at these models. My worst show ever was at Dan Silverleaf, and it wasn't a rap show, it was a magic show. And none of my tricks worked. And it was the first time that it was when I first started doing magic for like crowds. And for some reason, everything I had planned just did not work at all. And
I could see that happening. It seems like a tough
like sometimes one thing will go wrong or whatever, but this was every single thing along the line. And it all started because some girl who said she wanted to come on stage, I asked her if this was her card, and she was the only one who saw it. The audience didn't see it, and she lied to me. And when I was on stage, there's nothing you can do because she lied. So since then, I always make people show everybody the card because that girl lied to me, and it pissed me off. But after that, it was all downhill. And someone was like, hey, I mean, it was funny. So then I realized that afterwards, everyone told me it was great. And I realized that people are just full of shit, dude. It was like, that was great. We don't know how you fucked all those tricks up. They're easy.
I feel that.
My worst rap show?
Yeah, like
no, you were there. You want to know? It wasn't my worst rap show.
I've been at everyone's worst rap shows because I was there.
Yeah.
I've been at all the terrible rap shows.
I think it might have been WB, which I don't want to say his name to promote him at all, but it might have been him. I thought it was you. It was me, Pap, and him, possibly.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was asleep in the car because I didn't want to do the show. and someone goes, hey, you're on right now. And I like wake up in their car and I'm like,
Oh, I was there. Yeah, I was there.
I woke up and I just like did a set and I just remember like
We're in Fort
not
Worth.
fuck,
Maybe.
huh?
We're in like Fort Worth or something.
Something weird. Yeah, we were far.
Was it? Yeah, there was an era where you were having tooth pain, so you were always like sleepy and on drugs because your tooth hurt.
That's a good excuse. That is why. No, I had a toothache for like 4 years.
I just remember you like always like you would be chilling and then
I go, hey, I'm sorry, guys.
my tooth hurts. Yeah. Do you have like a daily routine? Not I know when you do a show, like do you have like a show day routine? Like is there a certain thing like do you have to eat healthy or like is there any weird shit that you have to do the day that you do a show?
I mean, every time I have to do a show, I'm always last minute because I always forget that I have that show, and I always just hope that they cancel it.
I
And
feel that.
so all day I'm like, ooh, hopefully I might not have to do this show. Cool, you know. But there's rituals. No, I do try to listen to the music at least once. I usually don't, but I want to. I try to. I think about it when I wake up. I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to all my music today at least 5 times, and then I never get to it until the show, and that's why my performances are how they are. I'm getting better though, but yeah, just trying to fucking. I try to just stay level-headed.
Yeah. I feel
Well, because I do shows and like I don't know who's watching this, but hopefully it's all the priests. But I like
it's pretty much from my mom and like a few others.
okay. So I like to tithe.
His rehearsal is just sending GoFundMe money to everything. Do you have a what's your like the weakest link the weakest link about you? Like what's something that you need to work on?
My graphics are shit.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. It's that I'm trying to live a life that I was never groomed to be. You know what I mean? It's like if someone was just like I'm not Simba, but I'm trying to be king, and I just can't wait. You know what I mean?
But is there anything that you do that you're aware that's like is holding you back because of your own self?
That's what I'm saying. So what holds me back is that I have like shitty foundation in doing other things other than just being creative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, sure, I just made 10 beats on live today. Like, cool. I didn't sell any of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
I made 10 beats and I haven't sold any of them yet.
Probably didn't document it.
No, it's on live.
Yeah.
I made it on live today.
He's like, it'll be there for a day.
It'll be there till I delete it. Yeah. But basically, like, I'm not. Here's the thing. I hate telling people what I've done because I don't do it to be like, oh yeah, cool. Look what I've done. I'm like, bro, I just did all this shit you wouldn't believe. So in the last 2.5 weeks, not only have I made a bajillion beats, but I've written 2 books.
Right.
Legit, like magic books. I wrote 2 books and I'm like sending them out to people. And like I made my website. I rebuilt my YouTube structure and how I'm going to start doing that. I like all these things that like I would have done anyways because the pandemic's not the thing keeping me home. I've been home for fucking 3 months.
I've been ill.
I've been ill with it.
Yeah, that's the thing people don't understand that I get this a lot like, yo, you're doing too much stuff, man. You need a team. Like, but dude, I don't want to just sit there and be rapper guy all day.
Mhm.
Like there's all the other creative stuff is stuff that I want to do. to be able to write the raps. Like,
Well,
it's
also those other creative things. Number one, it's not making enough money to pay someone to do that. I'll just do it. I'd rather not pay you $500 to make one little poster. I'd rather make 10 posters on Canva for free.
It's like I wrote a rap while doing it. Like,
yeah.
Like, why are you?
Bro, I mean, although I'm not like great at it, I can make graphics to some degree now. I can make a website. I can film my own shit. I can edit my own shit. I can record my own shit. I can make my own beats. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, eventually I want a team, but I want a team that is like,
but that's kind of
like, damn, I have $10 million and I don't want to fucking make graphics anymore. So I'm going to hire fucking Steve Simpleson.
Right. Yeah, it ends up being more fun.
Here's what I say.
Also, like you
want to know why I'm never sad and I'm never like depressed and anxious or any of that? Because I have 20 things to do. My brain is so lit by things. If I'm not making or creating, then I'm learning magic or learning how to make better beats or learning how to mix and master or you know what I mean? So there's never a point where I'm sitting here like, I'm bored. In fact, I almost sometimes seem like an asshole because like people will hit me up and I'm like, hey, hold on, can I call you back later? And then I probably may not on purpose, but it's just because I had 40 things to do. And as much as I know that it's fun to like hang out with people, I haven't made my millions yet. So like I've been hanging out with people for 20 million years. I'm now like I think somebody messaged me earlier because I put a post which was not, I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I just said I do miss hanging out with friends, I guess. But to me, my work comes first. I'm trying to be blah, 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 blah. And someone just took that the wrong way and asked me if I was like, who was directed at or some shit. And that wasn't what I was doing. I'm just like, to me, what I'm doing is so much more important than building a friendship because friendships come and go. That's cool. Friends are fun, but y'all are my friends. You know what I mean? We don't hang out every day, but I'm probably closer to y'all than I am with anybody I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough events where I'll see you. Like,
yeah.
I ain't gotta,
But like, I know what Drake meant by no new friends. It's because he's got a Lambo to drive. He's got to go buy a chain. Like,
yeah, the weirdest shit, especially about like you, like you're doing everything yourself, but your content you aren't like behind. You're posting.
I'm a little behind to where I want to be,
but like there's no one that can say Ritchie's fucking himself by doing all that shit himself.
Yeah.
Because you're putting out more shit.
But so here's also the misconception because I'll hang out with y'all on occasion or I film my videos out on the square. But other than that, I don't really go out much at all. So like it seems like I would like be, and even when I go out, I'm like the worst person to be with because if we're at a setting where everyone's like, it's just like chaotic and shit. I'm usually like, does anyone want to see like a quick magic trick? And then I'm just gonna sit over here and like not say much unless it's like a fun thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I'm not like fun, but I'm also like,
it's different. Like me and you don't actually hang out outside of events or anything. Like,
yeah. I mean, we watched Dave.
Yeah, we
no, but it's like there's also this weird thing that's not a bad thing in any way, but knowing how many strangers have come up to me and known way too much about me, and like it's weird that I start thinking I don't know who all thinks like that. So when someone's like, not that we have anything to worry about or anything like on that level, but sometimes it's weird when I'm like looking around and I know I just put myself out there so much and that there's people like that time when we were at even.
Yeah, it's bad for like the anxiety attacks and shit.
For sure.
Mostly chill, but it's like every now and then you're like, whoa, a lot of people know.
Yeah, and it's weird when someone will be like, bro, you did this thing and blah, blah, blah. And they're super hyped because they know you to some degree, but you don't know who that person is. And it just kind of, so I just kind of get quiet. And I'm like, if we go out, I'm hanging out with y'all and just like in that little world.
Yeah, that's the
Not
thing.
like-
I don't really see you outside of like you're there because it's a good time,
Mhm. Well, also think about me at events. Like, I'm like the first person that's like, well, I guess Ritchie left.
Here's the deal. At events, I ain't worried about nobody. I'm fucking in my own shit. So
Same. Like, I would stick around if you could smoke weed at these events.
yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna stick around at these events.
Well,
If it wasn't for payout,
you're at the right place, Ritchie.
You're at the right event.
Yeah, that shit's funny. I don't know.
Because I do have people who think I don't want to hang out with them. And it's not that I don't want to hang out with them. It's just that I don't have time to hang out with anyone no matter what.
Yeah, that's some weird shit.
It's like, trust me, it's not that I don't want to hang out with anyone. I just have not. If you knew that everyone else, I don't know what everyone else's anxiety and depression's about.
It's not that you don't want to hang out with people. You would just rather hang out with yourself. And I get that.
Yeah. So here's what I'm saying, though. I don't know what everyone's anxiety and depression is about, or like if they went through some trauma or whatever it is, whatever the case may be. I don't know. But my anxiety and depression is all stemmed from the fact that my bank account still says 0. And I've done so much shit. So I don't give a fuck about, I need this or this is going to help me. The only thing that will stop my depression and anxiety is to have a list of 10,000 things to be doing so that I don't have that 0 in my bank account forever. So to me, I outweigh that because I used to not care about that number. And now that I'm as old as I am now, it's like fucked me up where now I have to work even harder because there's all this footage of me being like, I don't care about money.
I think it's a good thing because when you do get it, you're going to be like, I'm trying to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm going to have to pay everybody.
You're not going to just like, well, those were gifts, Ritchie. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, like, what were we talking about?
No, that after you get it, that it's worth it. Once.
Yeah. I feel like if I get a huge chunk of money, like I'm not gonna do what Macaulay Culkin did. Or bad example. Someone who just blew their money. I don't know his financials.
I mean, no, he was spending his money with Michael Jackson. They were buying fucking Neverland ranches and shit.
Did you know those alligators in the Tiger King that caught fire? Those were Michael Jackson's alligators.
Oh damn! How'd they catch fire again?
I don't know. I don't like talking about that show because I watched it and it was good, but
it's too mainstream, bro.
It wasn't that good. Yeah.
It was like I loved the idea of Napoleon Dynamite before it came out. I was at Foley's during a Red Apple fucking sale, like legit Red Apple sale. I'm at Foley's holding a Red Apple. No, I'm at Foley's and over in the intercom, there's a...
Yo, I'm tripping right now. What was Foley's? It's like
Foley's is that store. Like Foley's Red Apple sale.
It was like Dillard's or it was like
Albert? It was like a Dillard's. They had a Red Apple sale every other week. So it's like, I was like, damn, another Red Apple sale. Damn, another Red Apple sale.
Green sheet brings you buyers.
4170403.
All right, go on.
So y'all don't know that one?
What?
4170413.
That's some Weatherford shit.
The Milkmaid?
Nah, okay. I got nothing for you there, Ben.
The Milkmaid. I just made that up.
Made that up. Here's the deal. You'll never catch me in a lie.
I know.
On some shit like that, I'm never gonna be like, I see you do that to people all the time, and everyone falls for it. They're like,
I feel bad.
They're like, I do know what you're talking about. And in my head, I'm like,
I do it so they can say, no, I don't know what you're talking about, and then I can lie.
Yeah.
But once they lie, it hurts me.
Even
You can't tell them that you're lying.
Even yesterday when I was talking to him, he's like, "Did you mix those stems yet?" And I almost hit him with the, I've been working on it, but I was like, "Nah, man, I haven't."
You haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched them.
Yeah. I downloaded it.
Oh yeah, the stems.
Yeah. I'm trying not to lie no more.
No, but that's there was a time when I made up a lie at school. The first time I really noticed someone fell for a thing like that. And I lied about this red truck that came and picked me up. And I told this guy, I was like, remember you jumped in the back? And he's like, oh yeah, I did jump in the back. And then he's like trying to tell me details about it later.
Of a memory
that I made up.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you remember? Dude, the shocks on that thing, do you know if you ever got them fixed? I'm like, I lied, bro.
That's crazy.
Jesus, that's crazy. G, you got any questions for Ritchie?
417.
Are you done with yours?
Kind of. There's a few left, but
yeah, I got like 10 minutes left on this chat, so I can ask. I wrote like 3 questions down, but they're not really music related.
What do you mean you have 10 more minutes on this chat?
He's got a lady coming over.
I don't have a lady coming over, but it's quarantine. Nobody's coming over. Don't worry. I mean, it's a talk. I'm doing a Taco Tuesday thing, but we're gonna be sitting 6 feet away from each other.
Dude, we don't care.
Dude, I don't care about your Taco Tuesday, bro.
Me and my girlfriend been chilling heavy.
All right, so hey, Ritchie, which fictional character would you say best represents you?
Probably Ratigan.
Is that a real character?
Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective. Okay. Ratigan.
And why is that?
Because he's big, he's bold, he's British.
And all things that you are.
No, I'm big and I'm bold. I may not be Brit. I'm the American Ratigan.
Okay.
But also, I would also probably say cartoon character, like any cartoon.
I mean, any fictional character, really, but yeah.
Fictional?
Cartoon works, yeah.
I've always fucked with the robot from DuckTales with who is on the unicycle thing.
That's the Scrooge McDuck show? Is it like a maid or something, like a butler, a robot butler or something like that?
No.
Gotcha. Okay. So that represents
that me. I've just always fucked with him because he had that R.
Yeah, like Ritchie. I gotcha.
So who's Ratigan? Sorry, I went to the restroom.
Ratigan is from The Great Mouse Detective, apparently, but now he's showing me the robot duck from DuckTales is another character.
Ratigan! Yo, when you see Ratigan, you'll be like, oh, yeah. Oh, Ritchie Ratigan.
Ritchie, I was TJ Detweiler for Halloween.
Ratigan's a boss, bro. Ratigan! The song is fucking fire. It's probably one of the best Disney songs.
All right. Good answer, man.
So I guess if you were going to ask me which fictional character I was, I'd have to go with Ratigan. Speaking of rats, again, did y'all see Toothache?
No.
See him do what?
Back.
Is he back?
You don't care that he snitched, do you, G?
I don't care that he's alive. He could die tomorrow and I wouldn't bat an eye.
I doubt that, bro. You'd blinky like a stiffy.
I'd blink just because I'd have to, just because I need to blink, but it wouldn't be related to Tekashi 69's existence.
Sorry, I just had to bring him up.
Are you still riding for him, Ritchie?
I sent him some beats. I'm not writing for him.
No, riding. Like,
oh yeah,
RID. Like you, that's still your dog.
I mean, it's complicated. We're not homies. I really just want to see what happens.
You like that it exists. You like that exists. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know, man. I like rappers that people are like, you know what I mean? I don't like regular rappers. I like rappers that people are like,
yeah. Who else? Who else is an example of that?
I think it's just 6ix9ine. I think I just like 6ix9ine.
Fair enough.
What are you drinking?
A Lone Star.
A Red Stripe.
A beer. Just out here fucking around. What you drinking, bro?
Just a little water.
Shit. All right, y'all good to call it quits?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Radigan. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Ritchie Radigan.
I'll see y'all later.
All right, guys. Have fun with your Taco Tuesday.